So I have a question in regards to why would you use any mode but float mode? I feel the artist pad mode is redundant. So let's make ourselves a new layout, float mode only. Let's load this layout. Settings, layout, browse, float mode only, apply. So now if we go back, there's kind of no point using docking because you lose screen real estate when we can use our float mode, and we can allow clicks behind our float mode. So let's have a look at an instance where we would do this. So I want to customize this a little bit because I don't like these buttons. And I like a square trackpad. Save that. So let's go to our artist pad. So I can show an example of the default artist pad. A lot of people say they want to remove the remove grip, so you can't move it around, but you can still move it around by using the minimize grip. But we'll go to the float mode, but we'll go float mode left. So this is what happens when the float mode is docked left. Let's remove these buttons because we want to give it the functionality of what the artist pad is. Now we can't copy and paste, but maybe we can just clone. We'll just make some dummy buttons for the purpose of this. So we'll just create a few buttons. We'll just clone these so we can see what they're doing. And we're just going to look at the bottom as well, because left, right, top, bottom. Yeah, we'll change bottom. We'll just remove all these. And then we'll go right. We'll just remove all these. And we'll go top. And we'll remove all these. Cool. Save this. So just make sure it's done these changes. Yep. Cool. So what's cool about float mode is we can put it on the left. We can still use two fingers to dynamically resize this window, but once we hit a point, it will jump to full screen. And the buttons inside this, they're all left-click buttons, so they're not really good buttons to demonstrate with. Let's go straight to left. We'll just make this some random buttons. There we go. Save. So now we can see that these are just some generic buttons. And I don't know what I did there. Cool. Every time you dock it, it'll always be the same size. But if you want it slightly bigger, two fingers until you get to a point where it jumps to full screen. And now you're in full screen mode. Problem with a feature when it's in this mode is you can use the trackpad and we can click on these buttons that are behind the window. So if we have a full screen window open on application, we can still highlight stuff behind and we don't lose any of that real estate, as well as the window is transparent and we can adjust the opacity of that window as well with the opacity functionality. Float mode opacity, side mode opacity, say 20. So now it's really light. So it's almost unintrusive. Now let's jump to artist pad, artist pad still acts, any black area will act as mouse cursor, but you can never click behind, so you lose functionality. You can still, remember how we deleted it, you can still move the window with the minimizer, but no big deal. When it's in docking mode, it'll spring back automatically. And there's no functionality to click behind in artist pad mode.